Traditional relational databases rely on centralized, monolithic architectures where application logic communicates with a remote database process over network protocols. This model requires a continuously running server process, which introduces steep resource overhead and makes it difficult to provide dedicated, isolated memory for ephemeral compute environments or autonomous agents. Turso represents an evolution of this model by utilizing libSQL, an open-source fork of SQLite. Instead of a heavy server process, Turso databases exist as local files that are always on and instantly available. This allows the system to replicate data to edge nodes around the globe, while remaining lightweight enough to scale with thousands of individual tenants. In this tutorial, we will take you from an empty terminal window to a fully provisioned edge database anchored in a physical data center. We will insert live data and extract the precise credentials you need to query that data over stateless HTTP connections. To build alongside me, you need a standard command line terminal and a GitHub account. Mastering this CLI-driven workflow allows you to provide hard data isolation for every user or agent in your system. By provisioning discrete databases instead of managing complex row-level security policies within a single instance, you can achieve infinite per-tenant scaling. The Turso command line interface is written in Go and serves as our unified control plane. If you operate on macOS, use the Homebrew package manager by running brew install turso database/tap/turso. For native Linux distributions, you will execute a curl command to pull and run the installation shell script directly. This layout highlights a strict requirement for Windows users. Native Windows PowerShell is not directly supported by the Turso CLI. You must first install the Windows subsystem for Linux. Open your terminal, type WSL to enter the Linux environment, and then proceed with the standard Linux installation script. Once the installation script finishes, you need to verify the binary is active in your system path. Close your current window, open an entirely new shell session to refresh your variables, and simply type Turso. If you see the help documentation outlining the available commands, your system is ready. Before provisioning any infrastructure, we have to establish a secure session with the Turso Cloud backend. Type Turso auth login to initiate a delegated OAuth 2.0 flow. Executing this command automatically opens your default web browser. You will be prompted to authorize the application using your GitHub credentials. Once the handshake completes, the Turso backend issues a cryptographic access token directly to your local machine. If you are working on a remote SSH server or a CI/CD pipeline where a graphical web browser cannot launch, the standard login command will fail. To bypass this, append the -- headless flag. The CLI will suppress the browser launch and print a unique authentication URL directly into your terminal. You can copy that link to a local workstation, complete the sign-in, and paste the resulting string back into your remote prompt. Your local workstation is now securely authenticated with the Turso platform. We have a verified session and full authorization to start orchestrating physical cloud infrastructure. Every database in Turso belongs to a logical boundary called a group. A group dictates the primary physical region where your authoritative database instance resides. This map shows how the platform maps server clusters to global data centers using a 3-character location code. IID routes to Virginia, LHR targets London, and NRT points to Tokyo. Let's create a new group, intentionally anchoring it in Japan. Back in the terminal, we type Turso group create AP cluster and append the -- location flag followed by NRT. With the spatial boundary set, we can now inject a database into that specific cluster. Type Turso DB create telemetry DB and use the -- group flag to explicitly assign it to our newly created AP cluster. The control plane will provision the storage volumes instantly. To confirm your database is fully operational, run the Turso DB list command. You will see your new instance, its group assignment, and its storage allocation printed directly in the terminal. By taking manual control over the group location instead of accepting a default US server, we physically moved our data closer to our target audience. For users in that region, read queries will now execute in mere milliseconds. Now that the database exists, we need to structure it. Run Turso DB shell telemetry DB to open a specialized interactive SQL environment directly connected to our Tokyo instance. Because the underlying libSQL engine maintains strict backward compatibility with standard SQL dialects, you do not need to learn any proprietary syntax to use this shell. Let's set up a basic schema. we'll write a standard create table statement, assign a primary key, and define our columns. Once the table structure is committed, we can immediately run an insert into statement to populate our first row of live data. Before we query that data back, we can improve how the terminal displays it. Type .mode pretty to format the output. Now, when we run a select statement, the shell returns our record in a highly legible bordered structure. When you are finished reviewing the data, type .quit to exit the shell. To connect a programmatic application to this database, you need two distinct pieces of information. First, run Turso show telemetrydb/URL to extract your unique database connection URI, which utilizes the specialized libSQL protocol prefix. This brings us to the second requirement in this configuration file, an access token. You cannot use your administrative CLI credentials in your application code. Instead, type Turso DB tokens create telemetrydb to generate a specialized scooped token strictly tied to this single database. This raw token serves as a highly sensitive bearer credential. You must inject it directly into your application's environment variables. Never hardcode this string into public repositories or your front-end logic. Pairing this database URI with your scoped token allows your application to execute SQL queries, packaging them as JSON payloads over standard HTTP. This bypasses the persistent network socket requirements that limit traditional database architectures in serverless environments. In just a few minutes, we progressed from an empty terminal window to a physically anchored, globally replicated database in Japan. We populated it with active state and secured the exact credentials required for stateless access. Your final step is to integrate these credentials into your codebase. Turso provides official SDK packages for TypeScript, Python, Go, and more. Simply select the package that matches your specific serverless or embedded environment and initialize the client using your URL and token. This terminal workflow allows you to push state physically closer to your users through localized replicas and logical synchronization. By combining embedded replicas with global geographic routing, you can now build data-intensive applications that achieve sub-millisecond read latencies across your entire network.